Hey, what's going on, family, and welcome to another edition of the Rise to It podcast, your home for personal and professional development. My name is Jonathan Hernandez, a.k.a. the letter H, and with us today, we got our boys, Mr. DJ Sal Cortez, Mr. Andre Covington, Mr. Frankie Leal. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Hey. You guys are noticing the holiday hats, the holiday Santa hats that we got coming up. Now, we're recording this a week before Thanksgiving, but we also got the Christmas coming up, too. But we want to go back to what we were talking about last time. Rise to It went national, right? The HEP Camp National Conference in NOLA, New Orleans, had a blasty blast. Shout out to Omar Correa and everybody across the country that we met. California was definitely in the house, especially Central California. We had Merced.
That was great.
We had Fresno State, CSUB. Sal, talk to us, man. What was your experience like in New Orleans? Because I know that was your first time over there. So what's up, man? How was it?
That was my first time. I've heard a lot about the city. I got a good friend that's from the city, and everything he said was literally true. Everything from the hospitality, the people, everything about it, the food, man. That's a whole podcast by itself. Is the food,
sir.
Man. Rich. Everything was gravy. Put gravy on all of it, right? No, it was delicious. It was a really cool experience. The balance between the conference and experience the city together, man. Everything was just absolutely positive. Yes. Love it. Looking forward to going back. But for the actual conference that we were at, man, a lot of really cool people. It was a great experience. I've never experienced anything like that. What we did, and just hanging out with all those different folks and meeting them, like you said, from all over the country, dude, it was cool. Yeah. And what was funny is, okay, so the conference and there was the breakout sessions and everything, but the one night that I actually got to do what I do out there, right, play some music for them, I wasn't so sure going into that part of it how music would speak to all these people from all different parts of the country, right? But when we got together and we got them in the room and we turned the music on, it was one love.
Yeah.
It was one love,
man. Yeah, and that was so great to see DJ Sal do his thing in his own element, because even though we were out of state, DJ Sal is such a professional. It was the same results that we see here in Central California. He demanded the dance floor get out there, and they did just that. So shout out to my boy, man. I know we spent some nights together, man. Just got to talking and, just build on our relationship. And I know we know each other, but it was like we got to know each other on this trip, man. It was awesome. It was really cool.
We slept in the same room.
We did, man. Yeah. We did. I had a little bit. Now, if you guys don't know, okay, so when Dre came in a little bit later on the flight. And so my dude is so quick with the jokes, all right? Because, for me, I'm like, yo, you guys take the beds. It's all good. You guys want your own room? Nah, let's just sleep together. It's all good. All right, you guys get the 2 beds. I'm going to get, a little cottage thing. And so we go back to the room. And shout out to that hotel, man. They took care of us, the 5-star treatment. It was nice. As soon as we get to that room, there's a little bed. And Dre, right away, just off the top, the comedian he is, he's like, man, Dr. H has a king-size bed all to himself, man. That boy could roll around 3 times and still not gonna fall over. So I told the wifey, call Mary that night. She's cracking up. I'm like, dang, this dude's messed up. Right?
No, it was nothing but smiles and fun, man. Sure. Hanging out. I mean, I'm going to share a little personal thing with you. Jonathan might be small in size, but he's big on the snore.
I wore it, man. I go, hey, man. You got to take some earplugs. And you did, though. So thank God you took those on the trip,
Noise canceling pot.
Yeah, and you can still hear it, though, apparently. For sure. So, Drake, what was your experience like in NOLA? I know you've been there a few times doing your thing with comedy, the entertainment. So this time around doing the motivational speaking in NOLA. What's up?
New Orleans never lets you down, man. I know for me personally, you could have some moments, but it's there's nowhere else in the country you can go where you're going to be called sweetie, baby, honey, child. It's like, you're going to get that. I mean, I forgot my name after a while. I thought my name was Sweetie Honey Baby Child.
Yeah, there we go.
And just the hospitality, man. I think they pride themselves on that, and they live up to it, especially when you go into kind of eating establishment. Yeah. And we was in all of them, as much as we possibly could. Sure. So I got the chance to, I know you guys are doing some extra stuff. I got a chance to kind of walk around the city and go over by the water and talk to some people. And it's amazing. Just, you go back some years, man, that city was in chaos. Yeah. It was underwater. So someone showed me a watermark. And it was amazing how high up it was. I was like, you mean all this underwater? It's like, yeah. Like that stop sign was underwater.
Right.
Like unbelievable, so for them to bounce back the way they have, we had a chance to go to a game, and watch the Pelicans play with their fans. They got a victory. I think that was because of us.
I think so.
We were cheering hard. But that was just, I think, the sidebar. I think our main accomplishment while we went there, we were focused, we were locked in, and I think we took care of business before we really got to had our hair down. What hair? But we had some fun, but we handled our business, man. And I think I was proud of the fact that we all, brought our own style, and we brought something to the table that I think it impressed them. And as a whole, as a group, they saw that we're not one-dimensional. We can have the comedy, we can have from the educational standpoint, really drive home the importance of education with all the accolades that you have, Dr. H. And then, we get the entertainment, we can provide that. And I think we all gave passionate speeches about our life. What my goal was, when you go into a situation like that, when you want people to look at you and say, hey, why would I want to bring this team in to speak to children or high school or college students around the country? So I try to point out what I've done with my family and to where I've come from. Because I think if your family is not rolling tight, how can you affect others when you're in chaos? And that's why I was showing, my son and his academics, and my daughter and my oldest daughter, graduating college and doing some really big things at a university, and my mother her overcoming drugs and getting her master's degree. All those things, I think, for me, it sets my foundation up to where I want others to see that I'm effective in my own pod. So I'm not going to fail you when you allow me into yours. So that's kind of like what I wanted to show, and I think we did a good job, all of us, showing that part of it.
Yeah. No, I think the great thing, the phenomenal thing with our team, immediately when we're done, and we took a lot of pictures, which was cool, man, afterwards, and DJ Sal, he was getting pictures, and afterwards when it was just us three in the room, it was like, wow, DJ Sal was the first one to speak up. He's like, that was amazing.
Yeah,
you guys did amazing. I was like, no, it wasn't me and Dre. It was like us. We do amazing things, man, together. And so God blesses us with a lot of gifts, and it's great that we get to create that environment and we get to share that with others, man, and still getting people contacting me still to this day. And so I know we talked about some plans and we set up a game plan for 2023. We're not going to talk about that in this podcast, but you'll see it come to fruition in 2023. And to have people believe let's do this. Let's team up. Let's get Rise to It at our campus, at our colleges. Can you guys do the little kid? Yeah, we've done the little kids too. Middle school, what you want, right? So we're just very blessed to have the opportunities and people like Omar believing in us, and just now all over the country, that Rise to It, man, they got something different and it works. I don't know. There's just so many things that are coming from left to right, front, back. So it's just the years that we've poured in, man, and it came to a fruition in New Orleans. I know we got emotional in our presentations, Dre, and I know for myself, looking out where we were doing our conference at, our presentation, we were overlooking the entire city. So you're seeing this beautiful architecture. Wow. And for me, I'm like, man, a Selma born, raised Central California kid, these opportunities were only thought of. I haven't really talked to someone that has done something like that and made a vision become a reality. And so for Dre, you've done it with the comedy, then now you're the speaker. Then DJ Sal was like, man, do you realize, bro, when we sat down that one day and we talked about the vision for Rise to It, and you talked about going out of state, and we're doing these things now, and life goes by fast, and for me, I gotta force myself to enjoy the moments because I'm always thinking about the next thing. And so I've seen that with you, Dre. I'm trying to learn from that. You soak in those moments a lot of times.
Take it in, because what'll happen is, you'll have stories to tell. And you guys are allowing me to tell you a lot of different stories about some of my journeys. And it's always appreciated when you can talk. But the reason why I can tell a story is because I'm in the moment of the story. When it's happening, I'm looking around, I'm taking it in. So 10, 15 years later, I can tell it like it was yesterday. And that's what I want people to take from it when we sit down and go, man, that was a great story. I like, okay, yeah, because you know why? It's not because I'm just the world's best storyteller. Because when I'm in the moment, I'm painting pictures in my head and I'm locking them in. I'm taking digital imprints. I'm clicking photos within my mind. So when I tell it, like in radio, it's like when I first got in the radio, I didn't understand. They said it's the theater of the mind. I was like, what do you mean by that? It's like you have to make the people see a vision through your words. Right. And you also can use sound. Like I'm saying, okay, I'm opening up my book and I'll do this under my mic. Like it'll make it seem like I'm in a car. You're thinking, wow, he's really opening up a book. I'm crimpling paper, you know. But I'm messing with their mind. I'm taking them into it. I'm drawing them in. That's what I want to do with my storytelling. We had some great stories to tell moving forward.
Just appreciate everybody and the opportunity to do that. I know it's going to continue, but we're always proud to represent where we're from. A lot of people assume that we were from Los Angeles or San Francisco, the Bay Area. It's like, nah, bro, we love those cities, man. We love those regions, but this is where we're from. This is how we do things. And so a lot of, I think, people could resonate with that message. You know, there was some
you hit the ground running, man. You came right back from that, and you were a keynote speaker, major universities. Doing some big things, man. Tell us about that part.
Sure. Yeah, we were at a CSU Stanislaus. I actually took the parents out in big old Turlock, California, and I've always passed through Turlock, California. Never really had the opportunity to like check out the city. Lord, man, their downtown is beautiful. Like if you ever get the chance, like to have a date or something, date night with wifey, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is, like, man, check out their downtown. It's like 6 blocks deep of like mom and pop restaurants, beautiful restaurants, places to do, really family friendly. And so I got to take my parents out there and, shout out to Miriam Moreno, and shout out to Karina Guzman. Hospitality, second to none. They actually took me and my parents the day before the presentation around campus and showed us around each building. That campus is gorgeous, y'all. And so I was like, wow. And I thought in my head, like, we've really gone to every university in Central California. So we're not just talking a big game, like we've actually now been to the different universities. So shout out to, once again, Miriam Moreno. I see you, girl. And shout out to Karina Guzman, who called me up like, H, man, can you do the keynote at the College Corps Regional Conference? And I'm like, man, I'd be honored to do that, you know? And so they were like, you didn't bring your parents? Okay, we'll show them around. We'll show them a good time. And speaking of good time, after the keynote, got the QR code pop in like we usually do at the end and the conclusion of our presentations. And shout out to Patrick Ajinaka, criminal justice major at CSU Stanislaus State. Man, this dude, you know, he was right. He was attentive, and he hit me up, talked to afterwards, and he made sure there was like a $100 giveaway we were doing. So congratulations. We got to give a little bow to my man, Patrick Ajinaka. Shout out to you, man. You're the winner of our $100 giveaway. But speaking of giveaways, man, we got a lot popping. But before we get to the giveaway, we haven't experienced Thanksgiving 2022 yet. And then in a few weeks after that, we got the Christmas. And yeah, we're going to get to our Christmas giveaway. It's going to be the 3rd annual. But y'all, haven't touched Thanksgiving? So what are you thankful for? In 2022, this has been hands down the busiest and most fun year that we've had in Rise to It. It keeps getting bigger. Just like my pant size keeps getting bigger and better every year, man, right? Got to get those stretchy pants out. But I'm blessed to be with an all-star team. And 2022 was huge. But what are you thankful for in 2022, and what are you looking forward to moving on in 2023? Frank, I'll start with you, man. What's going on?
I'm thankful for my wife, my kids, Evan and Mia, always being there to help out and stuff like that. So I'm definitely helpful for them. I mean, I'm grateful for health and work and business and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thankful for right now.
That's good, brother. That's good. DJ Sal, what about you, man?
Oh, family first.
Yes, sir.
And then being able to be around a lot of really cool humans like you guys. Grateful to be able to rise to it, right, in certain areas like we're doing here.
Yes,
and all the experiences that came with, it's crazy. It sounds like a 2022 wrap-up already, right? Yeah. But everything that we got to do within Rise to It, everything I got to do with the family, everything I got to do with the Bliss Events Group, it was just a really, really solid year. And it ain't over. I mean, December is jam-packed, although it feels like, we're wrapping up. And technically we are, right? There's still a lot of work to be done for the rest of the year. But, man, I am absolutely thankful that every experience I had, whether it was with Rise to It, Bliss, or within the family, it was just a really good year. There was some downs here and there, but other people would trade our problems or whatever we have for theirs any day, right? So I'm thankful for the issues that we had, because I know that there's greater ones out there. So I was blessed to have a great year, man.
That's excellent, bro. Shout out to you and shout out to our entire team, man. Having that mentality. Dre, what about you? 2022, it's been a big year, man. Comedy, you were killing it, brother. Like, when the Rise to It, you were killing it. Like, you just stay busy.
It's, you know what? In the comedy, it's been a little, I think, subjective in a way, because I think it's been more quality than quantity. Some years I've worked a whole bunch, but this year I've had some really good shows, and that I can like look back on and go like, that was a good one. And I've seen the growth and doing some and going some exciting places. But I'm happy that my family is just really, everyone's excelling. My wife is like really kicking butt in her job. She's implementing ideas, and like she just said, her bosses have wanted to use some of her ideas and thoughts, which is making her feel more confident in what she's doing as an underwriter, and going into that field, just going into a whole different company, doing a whole different way, and really pushing through. My kids doing really well, and pushing themselves. My oldest daughter, I just talked to her. She's out on her own now, and she was like, "Yeah, come, Dad, my apartment's flooded. Like the hot water busted." And I was like, "Okay, this is who you got to call. You got to do this, and that." And she called me like, "I made the calls, Dad," because she sometimes thinks that Dad's gonna run over there and fix it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is the adult world now, right. And if your room was flooded at the house, guess what? Dad's in there, but this is your apartment. Yes. So, you have to call the people, and and I gave her some instruction that way, and I said, okay, all right, call me tomorrow and let me know how it goes. And she called me today, yeah, Dad, we got this. And then it was like something else happened. I was like, okay, what are you gonna do now? Well, I'm gonna do this. So it's like, I'm getting them to understand, I'm not the savior. I'm the advisor. I can give you some advice and you can move from there, but at the end of the day, at some point, either you're going to get a husband who's going to do all that, or you're going to figure it out.
Hey,
And I think once your kids get that and they go, okay, yeah, Dad's not giving me no money. True. No, Dad's not going to run over here and fix it. Dad's just going to be like, oh, I'm going to talk you through it. So, and I'm just happy about that, man. I'm happy that to see the growth in my family and myself. I'm just trying to, be better, and I try to be a better husband, father, and partner with you guys, man. I appreciate all the different things that we've got to do this year, and we continue to grow. And I just think the future is so much brighter. But 22 has been an interesting year, man. It's just hasn't been so much about me, but it's just been like those around me. Mm-hmm. I called a friend who I'd kind of been estranged with, and I said, hey, man, you know what? 23, I'm looking to solidify friendships, not carry people. I'm like, I'm going to solidify the friends who want to be my friend, and I'm going to release with a good heart those who aren't putting in what they want to put in. So, and that's kind of like what 23 is going to do for us. So, people say like, a friend, you traveled, like people go on different roads and friendships. I was like, no, I feel we all travel down the same road as friends, really good friends. But every now and again, we exit. Mm-hmm. We exit because we have other things that we have to take care of. Mm-hmm. We merge off, and you driving on that road and you go, oh, where's my friend? But a true friend, they merge it back on. That's right. And you're back on that same path again when you can see them. But sometimes they go away, but they come back. And I think sometimes when people don't come back and you got to get off the road and go find them, you can't keep doing that.
There you go.
Because now you're off your path.
Right. No, that's some deep stuff. And speaking of deep, Dre, we've had some deep conversations, Sal, all of us at this table. And I think our relationship and the success we've had is because our relationships have elevated to another level too.
Yeah.
And so we're not afraid to talk about those types of topics. A lot of my students, when I'm kicking knowledge to them, and like, I get that you've been homeboys, homegirls with this friend, but at the same time, you're trying to grow, and you see your growth. I see your growth. But oftentimes they're making the choice not to grow, and that's you can always say hi, but it's also you want to surround yourself. We always say with the eagles, right? You want to surround yourself with people that also want to grow too. So life's part of that. I'm blessed to be in this group right here where I'm constantly growing, not height-wise anymore, right? I started like in 6th grade, man. I was actually one of the tall. I was telling one of my students, I was actually the tallest one. They were looking at me in basketball in 6th grade. My height
Prospect.
It stopped there. Yeah, they're like, whatever. That's where he's done, right? But I'm very blessed to be part of this group, man. I'm blessed for my family, mom and pops. I'm able to take them, on places and for them to experience, firsthand. We just went out to Vegas. They've never been. And then shout out to my sister Rose. It was her birthday last week, so I was like, let's go to Vegas. The Bulldogs are playing there in the Allegiant Stadium. Me and Dre and Sal, we already know our Raiders ain't winning at Allegiant Stadium right now. So
somebody can win there.
We got to hopefully see some Fresno State, and they did put a lot of W's. So we had a really good time, and those are memories we'll cherish forever, man. And every event, those are memories we're going to cherish forever. And Nola's just one of them too, and it was great, man. Always going to have that down. I can still taste, that Cafe Du Monde that we got downtown, man. For sure.
You walked that dust all over the place.
Yeah,
Couldn't get rid of it.
It was worth it, man. But hey, we're wearing the Christmas hats for a reason. We've done it one year. We did it the following year. And this year, we're proud to announce the 3rd annual Rise to It Very Merry Christmas giveaway. So with the details, y'all, I know you're here for it. We want to bless the family. But how do you do it? We'll talk to the Rise to It family. They'll let you know. So Dre, if you want to kick it off, how do we get to the Rise to It Very Merry Christmas giveaway?
Well, of course, at Rise to It Productions, we are so proud to announce our 3rd annual Very Merry Christmas giveaway. Make someone's Christmas a little brighter this year. $500 cold cash? How about that, huh? That's big, and we're happy to give it to you. So be sure to follow these simple rules given by my main man, DJ Sal Cortez.
What's going on, Central California? It's that time. If you or someone you know needs a helping hand this Christmas, follow these simple rules. To enter the Very Merry Christmas giveaway, you must reside in the Central California and follow these steps. Area code 661-209 and 559. We're talking to you. Follow us on all social media platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. This is number 2. Email us at info@risetoitpro.com and tell us why you or someone you know may need a helping hand this Christmas. Number 3, when you send us an email, be sure to leave a phone number for us to reach you at if you are the winner. To tell you more about the deadline, here's our man with the vision, Mr. Frankie Leal.
Central Cali, the deadline to submit your email is Wednesday, December 21st before 5 p.m. Just know that all of our emails will be kept confidential and we will not be recording or posting the winner on our social media outlets. You have the opportunity to bless a family or maybe even bless your own family with something extra special this holiday season. We appreciate all of your support. To tell you more, here's the one and only Dr. H.
Once again, the deadline to send in your email is Wednesday, December 21st before 5 p.m. Once again, that's Wednesday, December 21st before 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Family, we want to thank you once again for all of your support. Because of you, we've been able to not only inspire our region, our home state, but we have been blessed to go national now. And we've said it before, we'll say it again. We want to give back as much as possible. So help us help someone in need this Christmas. It's the 3rd annual Rise to It Very Merry Christmas giveaway. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to you for all of your support. And as always, family, if you can rise to it, you can rise through it.
And we would love to thank our sponsors who without them we would be nothing. Thank you, Bliss Events Group, Robertson Guerra Insurance Company, Milk Tea Society, Bland Solar, Hummus Republic, Omar Seha Mortgage Loan Officer, and Green Valley Real Estate and Mortgage.
Family, thank you so much for joining us on another edition of the Rise to It podcast. 2 finger spread. Try your best to stay positive. And as always, if you can rise to it,
Rise through it.
check out the details for the giveaway. Let's go.